Welcome to another episode of What I Learned from Bobby Hemmett. This is a decoding of The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. It is a movie of fantasy, and it is generally a children's movie. And it's based on a novel So yes, it's based on a children's book, a novel, and a series of books that have different adventures in it. So, let's just say directly some points in the movie, and I want to say that this is one of the first revelations I had about any movie. Again, I can't pinpoint the time that this happened, but as I have said, when you start to be more conscious, wisdom is going to grow inside of you. And you will just, all of a sudden, you will just get a revelation about something. The truth will be revealed to you. That's what revelation is coming from, the word reveal, to reveal something. So, just one day, the truth popped up, about this movie. And this is one of my favorite childhood movies, in addition to Alice in Wonderland and The Wizard of Oz, which I do not plan to decode those. Alice in Wonderland, I don't really have a decoding about that. I never thought about that one. The Wizard of Oz, obviously, the decoding is obvious, because that world was controlled by someone behind the scenes, pretending to be the great knower, the great Oz, the great knower, like God, basically. So we know who is controlling this world and pretending to be a god when they are not. All right, so that's The Wizard of Oz decoded. Anyway, let's get to this here. This is going to be very short, because these are only revelations that I've had. It's not, I didn't, look at the movie on purpose and try to decode little things in it. It's just a general decoding. Just like I said about Oz, in this one, it's it's just a few things. So anyway, excuse me. Point number one. Actually, the meaning of the title has a meaning, but I don't know it. Narnia is probably some ancient name, but I haven't researched that. Narnia, that is a code word for something. Lion is a code word for something. Witch is something good. Wardrobe, all of that has a meaning. Anyway, point number one. The wardrobe, which is a closet. The wardrobe represents another dimension. And for those of you who do not know the story, it's really an awesome story, actually. There are 4 children and their siblings, And one day they explore a big house. I think it's maybe the house of their uncle. And they go into this wardrobe and they end up in another world. That's what basically the story is about without saying much more. So anyway, the wardrobe represents another dimension. The permanence of winter. Okay, in the other world, it's permanently winter. So that permanence of winter represents white supremacy. Okay, the whole world is white. The fact that it's winter, everything's frozen, that is also a metaphor for control. There is a witch. I don't know what the witch's name is, but anyway, I think she's called the White Witch. Her power to freeze people also is a metaphor for control. There's a character called Aslan, and he's a lion. He represents the Messiah character. And a lot of times, the lion as an icon or avatar, it's representing black people, because the lion is the motif or the icon or the avatar for Africa. It's always been associated and symbolic of Africa, because you are the lion is the king of all kingdoms, of animal kingdoms. So it's a very high-ranking, powerful animal. The four children, let's see what else I have here. All right, so there's a war, and that war, the metaphor for that war is that it was a war between nature versus non-nature. So it was a war where all of nature, like the animals, all the animals were fighting the White Witch and her armies. So again, it's natural people versus unnatural people. Original people versus hybrid people. Okay, the four children at the end, at the end of the movie, the four children are crowned. And a crown means your crown chakra, your pineal gland. And that is your natural crown. You have a natural crown of light in your pineal gland. Nobody else has that. Okay, there's a lot more to say related to this topic, and we are going to end this talk right now, and you can follow up in part 2. There will be a video of the Chronicles of Narnia part 2.